I will say though, I hope you, with how much you trash talked our list, I hope you came in with some fucking good series.
I would say they're good. Maybe basic, but good.
This man went safe. Oh my goodness, he went safe.
I didn't trash talk you guys' list. I
would trash talk Roberts though. He put.
Oh yeah, no, my list is trash talk worthy.
Put a harem one in there.
I mean, I had to be the
top favorite.
I would definitely not be the most proud that I know a good amount of them.
Oh yeah, that's what you actually said. You're living in the gym and you're like, I know most of these series you're talking about.
I was like lifting weights, listening to you guys on the podcast, and I just sometimes have to put the weights down and just like, they said what? They said what?
Yeah, I wish I
could
admitted
to liking what?
All right, do you have a short introduction prepared? Gotta plug the stream.
Oh, that's true. I guess my online name is Kytoshi. A lot of people just call me Toshi for like shortened purposes. But yeah, I'm a streamer on Twitch. I also do YouTube, TikTok, and sometimes I just do a little shit post on Twitter.
You gotta talk about what game. You're Radiant in Valorant. You gotta hype yourself up a bit.
Okay, I've hit Radiant before. I haven't maintained it, but like I've touched the golden peak of Valorant. I will say
the golden peak.
But yeah, I peaked top 60 on the leaderboard for a little good bit, and I am a mostly Valorant player. I've been playing since beta, since like I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike. So hearing a first-person shooter coming out of Riot sounded pretty exciting.
Right.
So I've been playing since beta and been playing since.
Now, I don't want to go into it, but I have a little bit of competitive experience, but in Apex.
Mm-hmm.
I told I forget if I told you this story of when we entered a scrim by chance.
I do remember you mentioning it.
I don't know if I told Julian then. So I entered a scrim by chance because Vince really wanted to try out competitive, and then our other friend Chanch, he was like, "Oh, I'll sign us up for one." And this was a few years back. It's like 2020, and so he signs us up for a scrim, and we're like, "All right, let us know what time." And he texts us on the day of the scrim, "Guys, there's a problem," and he sends us the link for the lobby, and we joined the lobby. It has top tier orgs, has TSM, Team Liquid, CLG, Sentinels and Solifide, like back when they were a team. And they joined this freaking scrim because like a few weeks down the line was a huge Apex tourney. So they were getting all the practice they can get. Like we were expecting like some C tier lobbies with like just, people who were hovering between Pred and Master. Like I think the minimum qualification is like being platinum. And we just got fucking thrown in the fray. But I did get some sound bites with me and Hal. So I have those saved on my computer. Man butchered my name, but I still hold dear to it in my heart.
You said the lowest thing you had to be is plat in that scrim?
Oh yeah, no. There's the qualifications to sign up for scrims are so low. Like some of them are plat, some of them are diamond. It's really.
I'd feel terrible for any plat player in that lobby.
Yeah, it's like imagine if
trashed this game. Why have I ever played in the first place?
Imagine if the lowest you had to be for like a Valorant tourney was like D1, I think is the lowest, or is it D4?
Is there I haven't played too many tournaments. I don't know if there is actually like a requirement for rank to join tournaments. I played a couple tournaments, and I think some of like the smaller ones, they'll say, if anything, like some smaller tournaments will actually have a rank cap because they don't want Mortals and Radiants like running about in their tournaments.
Oh yeah, so kind of like develop the scene a bit more at the amateur level.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Or, like some of them are more for fun, except have prize money, but they just don't want people farming them.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Because like in Apex, the quality of the lobbies, if it goes bad, can actually like be detrimental. Because then you have like, let's say Ring 2 closes in Apex and you only have like 12 squads. Like versus if you were going to a high tier lobby, you'd want like 17, 18 squads. So there's a lot more positions that you can take up and a lot more space you can hold. So it kind of, you have to have like a certain skill level on the bottom end for the lobbies to still be good. It was interesting, but
it was very interesting.
I'm glad that was our one tournament though, because it was a fun memory. It was just literally just pull up the VOD on on it. I was like, I have to post this sometime. We played like such trash, but it was so bad.
Yeah, I I had an experience like way back in the past when I played Counter-Strike, and I went against Shroud's team, and I will say I went into that game and during the tournament I was like, all right, he's streaming this tournament. There's like I don't know, like 100K people watching. I don't know. I don't think it was that high, but it was still a lot of people. And I was like, I just don't want to be clipped. As long as I'm not being caught, as long as I'm not being caught a fool during this tournament, then I am okay. Even if we lose. And my worst nightmare happened is I got clipped and put on Reddit. Me specifically.
I remember that video. You're like, want to see me in the Shroud video?
I think that clip doesn't exist anymore, but I think the Reddit post still exists. But it was just me, and I flashed myself. Like I threw a complicated flash, but I messed it up, and I actually didn't know Shroud was alive. It was a 1v3 situation, and he killed 2 of my teammates. Then I threw a flash, but he pushed up on me, so I ended up flashing myself. It was a weird flash. And there was a Reddit investigators all over, just comments after comments, trying to figure out how I got flashed. And like, because in Counter-Strike, when you get flashed, your character model pulls up their hand and covers their eyes. So you can definitely see I've been flashed in the face, but people don't know where the flash came from. And I have Reddit investigators all over trying to figure out, where did the flash come from?
And now, like, years later, there's a YouTuber who's doing a in-depth analysis, full-on video essay on how you got flashed.
I know.
Someone's gonna watch this episode and just piece it together. It's like, I know the flash he's talking about.
There's a montage out there of Shroud's greatest clips. That clip is in there, and I am now ingrained in Shroud history. Unfortunately. My biggest nightmare.
And now you're on the Virtually Lost podcast.
Yeah, I am on the Virtually Lost podcast.
That's a bit of a fall from grace from Shroud clip to Virtually Lost podcast. But you told me a few weeks ago Shroud joined the Valo competitive scene, and like it was big news. But since neither of us are like Valo heads, it's kind of hard to talk about without just being like a quick minute topic.
Yeah. So it's like a little history. Like Shroud used to play Counter-Strike professionally for Cloud9. He was on that roster for like a good amount of time, and I remember I think it was around the PUBG era. Like he started like getting sick of Counter-Strike, but like he wanted to play other games because like he'd be playing a game, like the same game every single day, like for the entire day, for like a good like, how long he's been playing, like 4 years. Like you're gonna get a little sick of it. You can get a little sick of it. Like even I get like a little sick of some games, even if I play it like every day. And then he started playing PUBG, and the community flamed him for it. It's like, why aren't you grinding 24/7 on Counter-Strike, getting better? Like you should be grinding your ass off. And he was just like, I just want to play PUBG. And then eventually he made one last tournament. I forgot what tournament it was, but he made one last tournament run on Cloud9, and then he dropped competitive Counter-Strike for streaming. And he hasn't played professionally in any game until like a couple weeks ago. Or actually how long has it been since that announcement came out, actually?
Probably like around a month or so.
A month ago?
I would say.
But yeah, it's a big news because he was probably one of the faces of Counter-Strike. Like I would say he was the king of Reddit back then. He was the king of Reddit on the Counter-Strike forums. Like he made the most insane plays, and it's insane. Like he had a huge fan base back then. So seeing him back in pro play, like after what, I think it's been like 4 years. 4 years is kind of amazing.
So are you a Sentinels fan now?
I will say I feel like I've always been like a Sentinels fan. Like
bandwagoner.
What?
Just joking.
Okay, always been a Sentinels. They're not my favorite team though. I will say, but like their personality wise, like I would say they're pretty funny. And they also, including Shroud, added another pro player named Zelsis, and I think he actually brings a lot to the table. Like I think personality wise and like gameplay wise.
Wait, who did they replace?
So Sentinel's original roster was it was Tens,
Shazam,
Zoms, Dapper, and Sick. Zoms got dropped. Now he's a streamer for Sentinels, and I think they replaced him with Kompeki, and I think they put Dapper on Smokes. I don't remember, something like that.
Okay.
But then Konpeki is not the biggest name out there, but like he's friends with Tens. So I don't know too much about him. I actually didn't see him play that much, but he was on like a lower tier team, but he kind of just got brought in. It was kind of random to me. And then around like I think a couple months ago, I think Sick on the team like had a family emergency and he had to like leave the roster. So, and at the same time they also dropped Konpeki, and that is when they released the announcement about Shroud and Zelsis. It was actually kind of funny because for Shroud they made a huge production video, interview, everything, and then right after they dropped Zelsis, gave him a little picture.
Yep.
That's all he got. That's all he got. He got
one
a
Twitter pic.
A little Twitter pic out there, and
welcome to Sentinels.
It's like kind of funny though. Is like he's kind of like the clown of the community right now, because I think there's like a meme going around where he's trying to get verified on Twitter, and he's the only person on Sentinels not verified, and so people just make fun of him because he's the only person on the Sentinels roster not verified. And even the Sentinels social media kind of like poke fun at him. But yeah, it's like a big news. Shroud coming back into competitive play. I will say I'm not sure how well they're gonna do. I haven't seen Shroud play pro play in a while, and like they're playing for LCQ. Is if you guys know what LCQ is, it's like the last
chance qualifiers.
Yeah, last chance qualifier. Basically, like the last tournament to qualify for the what do they call it in League of Legends? Worlds? Is that what it is?
Yeah, like for Valorant, it's Valorant Masters.
It's Masters and there's Champions.
I didn't even know those were separate.
So
systems.
there's three. There's three like mini tournaments which qualify you for the big tournament, which is Champions, which happens at the end of the year.
Okay, so then yeah, it would be the equivalent to Worlds for League.
Yeah, I am not the most informed in the League scene, so I don't know how to like describe it.
Yeah, understandable. I feel a bit bad kind of leaving Julian on the island. This man hasn't talked in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. But hey, if we talk about anime eventually, I'll be in there.
Oh, yeah. So you listen to our podcast, and
I do.
You had some comments about our lists on the episode with Raph. So I told you if you're gonna come on this podcast, you got to come up with your own list. If you're gonna try,
okay, I did come up with a list. I will say probably you probably think it's a little basic, but like
don't worry.
But yeah, I will say like I have watched some of the things on you guys' list. I don't know if I would put them at my top, but
oh no. No, if I were to watch Rosario Vampire today, I would say it's bad. I know damn well. Or not Rosario Vampire, To Love Ru. I know it's bad, but it was just... I watched too much Harems to not put a Harem series area in there.
Here we go.
Like, it feels disingenuous.
Yeah, I was like... I will say there's like a lot of them, like... Honestly, I would put them up there just for nostalgic reason, but then if I actually rewatched it, like, I was putting some thought into this. When you said to bring my own list, I was trying to so hard. I rewatched like a couple anime series like all in one night, just binging. I was like, does this really belong on the list?
Does this hold up?
I was putting serious thought into the anime list. So, okay, I don't know if I don't have them in a specific order. I think I just put them as like a top. I just put a top 9. Okay. I was like,
okay, as long as you name your number 1 last, that's fine.
Okay, I'll put my number 1 last. All right, it's like so. The first one on the list, not my number 1, but the first one on my list is the slime isekai.
Oh, that time I got reincarnated as a slime?
Reincarnated as a slime. I will say, it's kind of interesting. It's like...
I've heard good things.
Start off with an isekai? Okay.
Okay, I'm a little bit of isekai fan. Might have grown up in the age of Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a little trash, but...
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm a Sword Art Online apologist, unfortunately.
Whoa, wait. You don't like the second half of the first season, right? Alfheim Online, the elf part.
Oh, that was weird. That was
okay. That's all I needed to hear. Okay, you're fine.
That was my first anime, so I feel that.
Yeah,
it's kind of sad being a Sword Art Online apologist, but honestly, I've watched all of it, I'm talking so much about Sword Art Online. I'm not even on my list, but it just
Spoilers.
actually that's actually sort of how I came up with my IGN for streaming and gaming. Is because I saw Kirito change his name from what is it Kaguya? What's it?
It's like Kazuya Kirigaya or something.
Yeah, and I was like, I want to do that too. So
fuck, it's been ages since I watched that anime. I actually thought his name was Kirito in real life. I thought he just went with the IRL.
I knew it wasn't Kirito, but I did not remember that man's name.
It's been ages.
Is Asuna's real name?
Yes, it is. Asuna's real name is Asuna. Goodness. And that's when I remember, like, I think they made fun of it. It was like a joke. It was like, you put your real name as your actual as your IGN?
Like, it's like a joke at the end of the first season or something, right?
Yeah. But the slime isekai, actually, I feel like did pretty well in my opinion. Like, it seems weird because I feel like they do what all isekai do. They overpowered main character and like kind of like just like gets stronger, makes friends with everyone, everything works well. But I feel like they did it right. I don't know. It's like he's overpowered, but like they do very well in world building. I think I put most of my points in world building because I'm a big fan of like when people do good world building, like Slime Isekai, Overlord. I would say even though Overlord CGI kind of wonky.
Yeah, it's gone downhill. The CGI specifically, the story's good.
But story, world building's like A tier. So like I'm a big fan of anything with world building in it. So I'd say Slime Isekai is definitely on my list.
I respect the world building.
Mm-hmm. And then I'd say the next on my list, I would say is ReZero.
Yeah, hell yeah. That was on my list too.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna get a fan out of that one.
Yeah.
Another isekai.
Another isekai. I'm born in the life of isekai. Like I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But ReZero, pretty good. Another thing with world building, like and they kind of flesh out the characters. I would say I'm definitely not a fan of most of the characters by the first season, but like if you keep watching later on in the series, like they do a very good job in like making you even like characters that are like the most boring pieces of slates.
Yeah,
I was Julian ranting about not liking Amelia at the beginning and then liking her. I don't know how she is as a character.
I was like, I felt that. Like, I related with that so much. I was like, damn. She's like, why does he like her so much? She's such a like a doormat. I was like, I was a Rem fan.
Yeah.
Until I forgot who she was, but
we all forgot who she was at this point. It's been like how long since we've seen it? God.
But I think they do a very good job. And then there is a scene where they actually do spoilers. They do address like the main character's like past life. Like I think, and actually I was like, wow, this is actually something. At least maybe I just don't watch enough isekai, but I was just like, this. I haven't seen any isekai really address like people's past lives. Like I'm just like, oh boy, I'm in a new world. Time to start a new life, and like disregards the entire like backstory.
They don't really care about the other life they had.
I will say. For isekais, a majority of them are like the first chapter, it's like their real life, and then you never really hear again. The one that I could think of that does that a lot, though, where they address the past life, is Mushoku Tensei. Because that's one where throughout the series, it is constantly his new life versus his bad habits, which is one of the things I hate in his past life. I've talked to you about it. I like Mushoku Tensei, but damn, that main character makes it tough for me sometimes.
Yeah, I do remember you addressing your irks with the main character, and I can see that. Yeah. Sometimes I kind of just like kind of brush it off, and I'm like, man, that's kind of weird, but you know,
at the time it's like every once in a while.
And then I'll go, oh, animation.
Yeah.
But I actually did almost put Mushoku Tensei on my list because of like, I feel like they do another world building one where they kind of flesh out a good amount of the characters and stuff, and it's like it's pretty nice. But also, it's not finished yet. But I haven't read the manga. I'm mostly an anime watcher, so I don't read too much.
Same
manga.
here. Anime watchers unite.
Unless like, okay, they're only
Robert the elitist.
it has to be like something so intriguing for me to actually read it. Like, there's like I think I can count like all the mangas I've read. Like, but like right now, I think the only manga I'm reading right now is Tokyo Revengers.
Oh.
I think the only one I read was the like if it doesn't have an anime, so like Chainsaw Man or something.
Ah yes, well that one is about to have an anime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm so excited. I'm so down. I want to see pictures move, Robert.
Pictures move. It's like there's so much more. Like, okay, and an anime can either ruin a manga for me or make it so much better. Because then, if they do it correctly, like animation is always nice. Then music direction and like just everything.
And voice acting, dude. I love
voice acting. Colors.
Whoa. Do not hate on the colors, black and white. I can envision. No, that's one of the biggest things in freaking series was seeing a character with a different hair color than I expected them having. I'm like, oh shit. And then like quintessential quintuplets, like they slightly changed the grade of like red and pink for each sister just to kind of differentiate them.
Or the shade of black, basically, in the colors, right?
Well,
in the manga, right? Or
in the manga, no, there's no color. It's just you have to guess by design. It was a fucking eye test. Where's Waldo playing quintessential or reading quintessential quintuplets?
Yeah.
But yeah, those were what did I say? ReZero, and then next, okay, this one's a little weird, but have you guys ever heard of the anime Prison School?
All right. I might have safe choices, dude.
I may have heard of this series.
It is very funny.
Really? Okay, this is probably one of the more degenerate ones, but I will say is the most out of pocket ones, but it actually made me laugh a lot. So, excluding all the degeneracy in it, like,
you mean half the show?
if you look past the Great Mountains of
the Great Mountains was a good choice of words, friend.
Past the horizon, there was a golden sun out there. But I would say I'd make that one of my top ones. It's like it's one of the more degenerate ones, but I feel like it's a good one. Good memes have coming out of that one.
True.
Yeah, I think I've fully read that one. It's degenerate for sure. Like I did not expect that one to come into any list. But you know what? I respect it.
I had that one. Okay. I was tied with that one and To Love Ru, but you also said To Love Ru already. To Love Ru is actually
To Love Ru goes there in spirit.
Like past, like I'd say one of the first animes I like discovered by myself back in the day of 2010 YouTube when I read part 1 through 3, 4, 5, 6 in Espanol.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yep.
Like To Love Ru was there.
It has a place in the heart.
Yeah, it's definitely the nostalgic reason, but it did not make the list. But it does have an honorable mention at least.
It is respectable that it doesn't make the list.
Yeah. Let's see. Next one, Kaguya. I did hear you did regret not putting Kaguya on your list in the last.
I think we all put Kaguya except for you, Robert.
Except for me, yeah. Like I would, if I were to say which is a better series, I would take out To Love Ru easy, put Kaguya in there, but I just couldn't not have a harem series in there.
Yeah, Kaguya was honestly
so good, though.
Really good. It was really good. I was like not expecting it because I remember. I think it's kind of funny. Like in high school, I think I still only watch anime, but all my friends in high school were manga readers. So they would always talk about like things, like they'll talk about manga they were reading, and then now all of them are coming up now. Like Chainsaw Man, I think I remember like back then they were talking about Solo. Have you guys heard of Solo Leveling?
Solo.
Yep.
It's not manga, but it's what,
manhwa. Yeah, manhwa.
They used to talk about that one a lot, and now it's getting its own anime.
Did you hear about that one? The artist passed away.
Really?
Yeah, the artist passed away. I believe less than 2 weeks ago. It's tragic because that
is tragic.
He had chronic illness, and then with how many chapters he was putting out. Because wait, did you read Solo Leveling or did you watch?
I did not. I haven't read or watched. I'm kind of leaving it for surprise, you know?
Yeah, it's a good series, but the art really carried a lot of that series. It was a majority thing. Is the art was phenomenal. But yeah, it was a tragedy. People were talking about it's sad he passed away. He passed away, but he also passed away before the anime even came out.
He didn't even get to see his master work come out.
Yeah, so that was a tragedy. But yeah, Solo Leveling is one that was just popular for so long that I think, did it end fully?
I think it did. I think someone told me it did.
Oh, okay. I like stopped late game just because of a hiatus.
But yeah, Kaguya definitely on my list. That was like a top one. I was not expecting a lot from it. Like, a lot of good memes. I would say I'm also a worshiper of the Church of Ishigami, if you guys know.
Ishigami,
that's boy.
Gotta feed the puppet. Oh, I don't even know if like there's some things that I don't know if they ever get animated, but did they animate when Ishigami goes in like a gym rat phase?
No, dude, you're spoiling, dude.
No, that's not even
what are
like
you
late.
Doing?
No, this is before. Like this is something that just it was a short story, so like some short stories never get put in the anime. But there's one where he just becomes a gym rat and starts working out in the student council room, and then he's drinking a whey protein after. He's like, gotta feed the puppies. Talking about his arms is so fucking hilarious.
What? Oh my gosh. Honestly, I would love to see like a OVA of that arc right there.
Yeah. There'd be so many good OVAs of Kaguya. I think they could do that after the series has ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, season 3, crazy. I don't know. Do you guys think it should have topped the top charts of Mal over Full Metal?
I have no opinion
of that.
I don't know. Full Metal, their fans are just insane for Full Metal.
Well, Raph and Julian are the only ones who saw season 3, I believe. Raph said the first few episodes of season 3 were not great, and then I don't know about your opinion, Julian.
I'm almost done, but I wouldn't want to say fully till I watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I would say like you probably want to save your opinion to the last. I feel like the last episode is like the banger, like is the fireworks.
Yeah. Oh man, the fireworks! I'm just thinking of season 1's ending, or like I want to see the fireworks.
The fireworks.
Oh,
that's a good one.
That tears me up every time.
Let's see. My next one is. Have you guys heard of Orange?
Wait. Oh wait, no. I think I'm thinking of Citrus.
You're thinking of Citrus.
Yeah, I know.
You're thinking of Citrus.
Yeah. I was like, damn, 2 minutes in a row.
Brief moment, like it clicked in my mind too. I was like, Citrus, and then I redirected. It's like, no, he's not talking about that.
Unfortunately, I'm not.
Orange is pretty like drama filled too, right? It's like a drama. Right?
It's like a which one? Orange?
Yeah, Orange.
It's like a drama mystery sort of like slice of life kind of anime. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I remember I think I read the manga for it because it was like I wanted to know what was gonna happen next. It was pretty good. I would say it did very well.
What do you think is the highlight of it? Because that's one of the first series I haven't heard of. Yeah, the characters, the world building, the pacing.
It's like characters and drama, I would say.
Oh, so don't
pacing is like
domestic girlfriend.
Yeah. Someone has mentioned.
Oh, wait a minute. We have the third person who I told about the opening in week 1 and didn't listen to me until the Giga video dropped. I just need Vince. I need Vince on the podcast, and then I've gone everyone who I told about that fucking song.
Yeah, I do remember we were in the library and you would tell me about that song a bunch, and then I think a Giga video came out and I was like, Robert, you should listen to this song.
I was so heated. I was so heated on everyone on that
one. Oh my god. Pound Kreisman. But yeah, Orange is a very good series. It's like not just if you like drama or act like no, it's not too much action, just mostly slice of life. I'm a big slice of life fan, so I'd say that one hits in the Doki Doki,
the Kokoro.
But yeah, there's that one. Mob Psycho season 3 is coming out soon.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually completely blanked out Mob. If I was to do anime only, Mob Psycho is fucking phenomenal. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Mob Psycho. Like after you get past, like I feel like I always have to convince people like you have to get past the animation or like the art style. Like once you get past it, it's like honestly the art style itself I feel like enhances the anime.
Speaking facts, 100%. Like during when you first start it and there's not any action scenes going on, you're like, what the fuck am I looking at?
I know you look like you're watching like an animation like from like a you know what Doraemon is?
Yeah. But like when those action scenes start happening, quality.
It is very good. I'm very excited for season 3. Wait, do you guys know when season 3 is coming out?
Isn't it October? I could be wrong.
The next season?
Yeah, it should. Oh wait, no, maybe it has it started. Actually, that's a good point because
I don't think so.
maybe it would be in winter. It might be October and winter.
Okay, yeah. There's Mob Psycho. I know this next one. Robert's gonna like Silent Voice, Koe no
Quality.
Katachi. I will say I don't know if this is a hot take, but I will rate Koe no Katachi over Kimi no Nawa any day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think Raf's the one that is very much, he's the Kimi no Kawa slash your name fanboy.
Yeah.
I remember when Kimi no Nawa like blew up. Like that was like some people's I think first anime.
Yeah.
Like when it first came out. But I think Silent Voice also came out around like the same time. And I was like, I thought I got overshadowed so much. I was like, this one I feel like I could rewatch Silent Voice like a billion times. I don't know.
Yeah.
For me, I like Kimi no Nawa was really good. Art was good, music was good and everything. I feel like the story itself, like I think so much of my enjoyment of the first time I watched it was the shock value. Not to give any spoilers in it, but like there's a shock value in the anime. And I was like, after I like knew it, I was like, okay, I already know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Like, but like Koe no Katachi just hits in the feels every time, and I just get sad watching it.
Have you read the manga on that one?
I have not. I am planning to read it though. That is one that's on my list.
I could let you borrow it.
You have the physical
Solid.
copies?
I have a physical copy of the first half. The second half drops out in September. I have like a physical book right next.
Gonna bring it out. For this
A
week.
little show and tell.
Little show and tell. It's like the collector's edition, so it's
Whoa.
like it's like normally in
Oh,
like
first
6
half.
volumes. So like this is like the first 3 volumes in this page. So yeah, I could let you borrow it.
Ooh, thank you. I was actually thinking about there's just something I was thinking about like collecting manga. What are your guys' thoughts on collecting manga?
I'm doing
it's
it.
fun. I got a couple.
You're kind of talking to the crowd who does it.
Okay, what is your favorite or like your top manga to collect right now? Like you want every single volume.
I know yours. I know yours, bro. I can say
yours.
Yeah, you know mine too.
Yeah, his is Nisekoi.
Defrag.
Or not Nisekoi, Nichijou. Not Nisekoi.
Nisekoi is good. I would buy Nisekoi,
Nichijou.
but Nichijou. Yeah, it's Nichijou. And then his is Defrag.
Yeah, mine is Defrag.
Nichijou is actually one I actually wouldn't expect. Cause like I feel like I don't hear that from a lot of people.
I think it's incredibly funny. I don't know. It's very personal to me. Like it's very my type of humor. So yeah.
Yeah, I do remember watching it. I didn't finish it, but I do remember watching a lot of clips on YouTube.
That's how you.
Like
that's how
that-
you watch it. That's how most people watch it.
Very good clip potential.
Yeah.
I forgot. I have a book, a light novel book of one of the ones I think might go on his list. So I grabbed it real quick in case it is.
Oh, a prediction.
Yeah, it's a
Fiction.
read. It's a hard read.
But yeah, Koe no Katachi. And then, okay, I think these are the last 2 I have. Second to last one, Horimiya.
Horimiya. Okay.
Okay.
That is actually one I actually really enjoy. Like, I have an art book. I don't think I brought it back to this place, but I have an art book. I'm like obsessed with that series. Like, I feel like
Horimiya. Okay.
art direction and like visuals and everything and like character design, very, very good. I think they do a really good job. I will say the ending is a little rushed, but at least in the anime, but I would say one of my favorite series.
Yeah, Horimiya is really. It was actually one of my first like romance ones. Like if I take out Harem, because Harem that's a complete separate one. It was one of the first like romance mangas I read, but it got taken off of the sites, so I just couldn't. The sites we won't name, but so I just had to stop reading it, and I was like, damn, I wonder how it is. And then like 2 years later, like it got its anime, and it was like, I'm glad everyone liked it, and it was good because it was such a good series back then.
Yeah, definitely one of my top. I'm actually kind of sad I didn't make my number 1, but my number 1 is Code Geass.
Oh, okay.
Code Geass. All right. A classic.
Solid.
A classic. Actually, to tell you guys, I actually don't like watching mech animes.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I just remember the command "Don't die." That's it.
But Code Geass is honestly one of my favorite animes. Great opening.
Solid opening.
Solid opening. And then I think it's like it comes in the same way I like a lot of it comes with similarities to the other ones. Like a lot of drama and like kind of like politics, but like it's like the confusion or like the way people like fight and like argue. Like I kind of like understand it at least. Like I feel like a lot of times when people bring politics and stuff, I kind of get lost. I sort of get a little lost in like kind of how I feel about Overlord a little bit, just a little bit, but like I feel like I can at least follow in Code Geass a little bit.
Code Geass also does the good job of like, it's kind of clear the split of like Britannia is like kind of an overseer, but also a villain, and then versus the company or a country trying to get its independence. It also does a phenomenal job on season 1 versus season 2 because of the difference in Zero's role.
Yeah,
in season 1 and 2. Oh, season 2's open. I'm just thinking of like the beginning of season 2 again. I'm like, that's a good fucking show, actually.
Yeah, that was definitely, I would say, my number 1.
Okay, well, I was wrong on my read on your list.
What was the read? What was the prediction?
Okay, it was a rom-com. I expected it to be in there. Snafu.
Oh, I almost put that one. I was actually one I almost put. Okay, the 2 I almost put on here, but I was kind of sad I didn't. Was Snafu. I still actually haven't finished season 3, which is
okay.
But I still need to watch that. Snafu and Masai Munuka No Revenge.
Oh no, we're throwing hands if you put Masai Munuka No Revenge. I am sorry, but we're throwing hands on that one. I am heated on that series every time because of that ending.
The manga ending or the anime ending?
I don't know how the anime ends, but if we were talking about if you know the manga ending,
I know the manga ending, but I just don't think about it. I don't think about it.
Oh, I remember why. I remember why you're throwing hands.
Yes,
your best girl lost, right? Is that
it
right?
was okay. Wait. We're gonna spoil Masamune no Revenge right now. Okay, this is some of the most bullshit kind of ending I've ever seen in a minute. Okay, so Masamune's Revenge plot synopsis: this guy basically gets fit so that because of a girl who rejected him and kind of bullied him while he was overweight, he bulks up, becomes slim, good looking. And he goes back for his, he wants her to confess to him so that he can reject her. And that's like the majority of the story. And her maid is helping him out. Wingman of the year, probably. And then near the end of the manga, him and the maid, or he confesses to the maid. And they apparently go out. And then all of a sudden, next chapter, apparently off screen, none of that happened. Like he said, fuck it, we're not dating anymore. And then I forget, does he go back? Does he start the relationship with the other girl? Or does it just end up like no relationship? I forget. I'm actually blanking. I just know I was pissed because I was like, how are they going to address one of the biggest plot points off screen? Like the critical moments of these two characters emotionally.
I'm pretty sure he goes out with the other girl.
Okay, yeah.
But that's sort of how the anime ends too. But like, I just remember like, yeah, there was that whole plot point, and then I hear about the manga. I'm like, that seems kind of weird. I'm just gonna pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, that's how another series that the ending I was heated on was our friend Alex actually really rates it highly. The World God Only Knows. That's a harem. That is a harem.
That was that was probably one of my first animes as well.
Mm-hmm. That's an old one. Literally, Julian, you don't have to listen. You don't have to look it up. It's literally guy plays Gal games.
I just want to see. Okay, yeah, I know the characters. Yeah.
Guy plays dating games, so he knows how to pick up real life girls, yes. And he helps them with their problems. That's basically it. And like,
with their problems.
That's it.
Damn.
And will I say it's good now? Hell no. But that manga got me heated because that ending. Ugh. And probably if I look back at it now, probably would like it a little bit more. But oof, a lot of these harem endings are just tragic endings.
Yeah, that was one anime I did watch.
It is also because Robert has a superpower to choose the girl that gets like second place. Constantly.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know if there's ever been a situation where the person who I want to win wins, unless it's like the other person's dies or something. I think that's the only chance I got. Actually, I'm surprised I didn't put snafu. Like, I'm looking at this book right now, and I'm like, why didn't I put snafu? I love snafu. I also haven't watched season 3 though, so like
Watch party.
Watch party might be nice.
I'll have to restart it.
And if you all watch Pet Girl Sakuraso?
Wait, that sounds.
Yeah, that's the girl who is quiet. I believe she's an artist.
Yes, that was also good romance. You're talking about romance. Just gonna put that one out there.
I actually did watch this a really long time ago.
It was aight.
The ending was very good. If you didn't watch till the end, the ending was actually really good. It ended very well.
Don't talk about the end of the light novels though.
Okay, maybe I didn't read the light novels. Sorry.
All right, I'm not going to talk about the ending of the light novels, but the anime, it's fine. It's fine.
The ending of the anime is very good. I thought it actually ended well.
I'll ask you because you probably watch it, Kytoshi. Thoughts on Anohana?
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was mid. The best thing that came out of that anime was Secret Base.
Exactly. The opening or is it ending? I forget. Secret Base is prime. Phenomenal song.
I thought it was okay. I don't think it was bad.
Robert's.
I thought it was okay.
I'm on the border of like it was bad to all right.
Yeah. I don't think it was bad. I don't know how you can say it was bad. Like what made it bad for you, Robert, specifically? Because I get maybe that it's mid. Okay, I could see that.
Yeah,
but bad. I don't know.
Well, I guess for me it was simply the reason I have to critique is because I think of it as a drama, and it was a drama that didn't really make me feel for these characters, and so that to me it's bad. Like storyline, not too bad. I think the best episode was when they go with her family, like when it involves her family. Okay. That was for me the peak of the show, and I think really near the end is where I was like, I'm not a fan of this. And also, this is the piece of me that probably people were like, you're crazy for hating on this. Was if it's Ghost, I was critiquing every single moment, literally like from episode 1, where she's interacting with stuff, and like no one. She's interacting with stuff the whole season.
You think of this drama?
No. She's interacting with stuff the whole season, and there's still the debate on whether she's a figment of his imagination or she's real. But she's interacting with stuff throughout the whole show, and she doesn't like interact with stuff in front of these people who she wants to see this whole time. And then last second scene, it's nice, they see her, but then that means she was real the whole time. So then what the fuck is these 12 episodes of her not doing shit?
Or
gotta make moves, girl.
Collective delusion. I don't know.
I couldn't. That's why I think it's mostly due to the Ghost aspect, and I was like,
that's what ruined it for you.
It was the drama and the Ghost aspect.
Ruined it for you.
What do you mean?
It was the logistics of how ghosts work in a in a fiction story.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
No, but it was mostly due to the drama. It was due to the drama, and then the Ghost thing was just like that was another thing. But yeah, if it's a drama that's not making me feel anything, then I can't say I enjoyed it. It's like if a comedy doesn't make you laugh.
Yeah, I have like similar thoughts on like I think what was that one called? Was the piano boy and violin girl?
Oh yeah, You're Light in April.
That one. I thought that one was also kind of mid.
I like that one, especially towards the end.
I think
I like the music.
Music was good, but I think every single person I asked about it said they cried to it. I thought it was kind of sad.
I think personally I saw it less like a drama or less like a tragic story rather than like a romance anime personally.
Yeah.
So maybe I didn't really cry to it, but I thought it was like still nice.
I feel like there's another series that was the one that I think of. I think in like that same boat, like March Comes In Like a Lion, but I never watched that series.
Oh yeah, like that one. I get those confused because the characters, like I feel like the characters, they're like the art style is like different, but the character designs kind of look similar.
Slightly. I felt like that too. I always get those two mixed up. I don't know why.
But y'all, if you want to actually cry, Planet After Story. That one actually would make you cry.
That one actually did make me cry really hard.
Hell yeah!
I forgot that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna take a few shots before this episode because I bought some Bevmo, or I went to Bevmo. I bought some soju like a week ago.
What flavor soju?
I don't know. One looks like one is green grape, one is peach, and then one was another flavor. It looked like water. I don't know what the hell it was. It was like a blue kind of.
I'll probably just not get water. Did you get a chaser?
Yeah, I don't know. I might have got a chaser. Is it time to just test that? Okay. Ask green grape or peach?
Peach.
Green grape.
Oh fuck. Coin flip.
Coin flip.
Coin flip.
You know, it's the guess. Sorry, Julian. What'd you say?
I chose green grape.
All right.
I wasn't sure he just brought that out of nowhere. Now we're turning into a drinking podcast. I feel like we should have done like cocktails or something. I should have like, you know.
Yeah.
Should have gone ready. No one lets me know.
I know, I didn't come prepared. This wasn't. Yeah. I was not informed.
Are we chill to put that on YouTube? No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna get demonetized.
What happened?
I was saying we're gonna get demonetized for showing alcohol consumption.
That's a damn lie. Trash Taste has alcohol consumption.
Oh, that's true. They're after dark ones.
I heard you guys are going to see Trash Taste live.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, no. I watched, to prepare for that, I watched my first episode of Trash Taste. And I made
never even seen an episode. What? No. You're gonna go see him live?
Yeah.
Wait, you're telling me you guys are gonna go see him live and you just
I watched plenty of Trash Taste.
I like the people on them. I just haven't watched an episode. So I watched my first episode this week. I made the bad decision of watching it at work though. Because I watched the episode with Shindo L. I don't know if you know who that is. He is the author of Emergence or Metamorphosis, the hentai.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
And
that's what you're doing at work. He works with me. That's what he's doing.
I'm listening to it. But I was literally dying laughing. Like trying to like, I was biting my lip and like tearing up. But it was under my mask because I was just trying not to laugh during this episode while they're talking about like the most degenerate Dojin tags. And so it was a really good episode. I was like, oh shoot, I should probably listen to some more of these.
I can't say I'm doing anything better because I'm watching the Chris Chan documentary during work, and that's pretty bad too.
Oh damn, Soju's so fucking good, guys. I forgot about this shit.
Like juice.
Yep, it's that drink. I don't know why I drink out of a Warriors one. I think I got this as a souvenir when I went to the game with Ralph.
Club Nation.
Shut the fuck up. Bucks 2021 NBA champions. Got that shot glass on hand at all times.
Bucks and 6?
Bucks and 6. You know it. It's for the culture. Also, I'm surprised you didn't throw in Hunter x Hunter in your list.
That was also another one that I almost put in. Into this.
This man has a Killua hoodie.
I know. It was actually really funny. I was actually like, the past like week, I was actually watching a bunch of like clips because or like people doing info analysis of Hunter x Hunter manga because the author is writing is continuing the manga, right? So
yeah,
everyone's like talking about the next arcs and stuff, and so I've been watching a bunch of YouTube videos on that.
Damn. What made it? What made it not go in the list but prison school?
I don't know. I honestly don't know why. Maybe I just forgot. I guess that's one I would regret not putting in.
I feel like you've only listed like 7 though. I could be wrong, but I felt like you only listed like 7.
Did I list 7? I say Code Geass, Horimiya, Silent Voice, ReZero, Mob Psycho, Orange, Kaguya, Slime Isekai, Prison.
Oh no, you had 9. Damn.
You doubted him, Robert.
Yeah, I really did.
That
was before the alcohol.
But yeah, that one.
Telling him he needs to go back to school, Robert. Damn, it's fucking cold, dude.
You guys seen that like the meme from like Dragon Maid where she's like pouring alcohol, and she's
actually haven't. I actually need to watch Dragon Maid. I heard that one was really good.
That's some premium slice of life.
That's slice of life. Yeah, you two are slice of life Andes.
Yeah, I like slice of life. It's in the good part. I always like my shoujins, but
wait, what was your first anime? Do you know?
My first anime? I don't know if you guys have heard of this one. Maybe you guys are older than me, but
I'm older, but I'm a new anime watcher, relatively.
That's true. Have you guys heard of the anime Ranma 1/2?
Ooh, Ranma 1/2. Yeah.
Yeah, that is my first ever anime. I watched it as a child because my dad had the box DVD set for the first 4 seasons.
Damn. Okay.
So that was my first anime.
Weeb Legacy?
Yeah, Weeb Legacy. What are your guys' first animes?
I think we talked about ours, but I don't remember. It's always a gray area of it was like 2 Love Rule Rosario Vampire, Angel Beats, or like a
You
Persona
started with
movie.
the
I started off with
degeneracy from the start. Yeah.
My first light novel
All right,
was,
go ahead.
oh, sorry, I'm sorry. First
No.
light novel was Sword Art Online, though.
My first anime was Sword Art Online. Hell yeah!
I
was watching it with 10 ad breaks on Crunchyroll when I was trying to watch it for free before I discovered the sites.
Yeah, the sites.
Yeah, the sites.
The archives.
Archives.
Yeah. And then, oh man, when I think of like the light novels I read some series that like you probably remember. Like, you remember Baka and Test or Baka and Test?
Yeah. I do.
That was one I read. Damn. I read Serai Sukai no Blade Dance. Which
one's that one? Not
too great, but it's just one that I can remember I read a lot of back in high school. It's just the only thing I remember is always Blade Dance is like in the title. He didn't know Arya. That was freshman year I read that.
Oh, Arya?
Because I remember talking about in Spanish class randomly with someone.
Why Spanish class?
Because it was my friend. Because it was my friend. My Spanish class, I was such a degenerate though. Like, I wore hoodies. I would have my headphones going like through my sleeve and just like take naps. She actually contacted my family, my teacher, because she was worried about my health because I slept so much like in class.
Jesus Christ, Robert.
No, my sleeping's always been a rough thing for me, but back then it was fucking bad.
I used to have this hoodie. And I do the same thing, except it was built in. I had a hoodie. So you know how like hoodies have like the little like drawstrings, right?
Yeah.
The drawstrings actually had wires that went through them and had headphones on them. So I could just, and there's a plug in the pocket where you can just plug my iPod Touch into it and then just listen to like.
It was the worst quality ever, but yeah. Yeah. 100%.
You do gotta do.
I can't believe I didn't talk about romance. This is actually something I would have put in my top 9. Toradora. I don't know why I didn't put it on. Fucking love Toradora.
Toradora was really good.
When I think of, for me, it's like Toradora and like Golden Time are like in the same vein.
Golden Time is also what I almost put on my list.
Golden Time, everyone. I don't know why. Like, I felt like. Yeah. Interesting enough, I always felt like Golden Time was one that not a lot of people knew, but every time I talk to someone, like they know it and they always like rate it highly, which is crazy to me because
it's one of the few anime I felt like that was actually in college and I kind of got that period of time like right, like it made sense.
Yeah, Golden Time was a solid one.
I will say like the first anime I watched that wasn't the influence of like my dad was probably either Rosario Vampire or Familiar of Zero.
Familiar Zero. Oh, we gotta talk about Familiar Zero because you gotta talk about it briefly.
That one is actually like okay. It's one of the ones like I kind of like nostalgic, but then I look back like wow, this is actually really trashy.
Yeah,
it is very trashy.
It's strangely enough one of the ones that I don't even have to watch it to know it won't age well. Like I haven't watched it in a long time. One of the biggest memories I have of Familiar Zero is in, I want to say junior year of high school. It was in PE. And one of my friends who has never talked to us about anime before, I never talked to him about anime. He didn't know I watched anime. He started talking about how he wrote a fan fiction ending for this series. And because like no one in the group knows what Familiar Zero is. I acted like I didn't know what Familiar Zero was. I'm like, this man really wrote an ending for Familiar Zero. I have to look this up sometime. And I think I found it.
Oh my god!
You gotta tell me off screen who that was if I know.
I got you. I'll tell you. You'll know him. You'll know him. Yeah, Familiar Zero. Rosario Vampire, a genuinely pretty good manga. It's one that I really wanted to put above To Love Ru. I think honestly, if I were to redo the top 9 and keep the harem genre in there, it would be Rosario Vampire because the manga is genuinely good. I don't know if you remember near the end of season 2 where like because she keeps putting her blood into him as a vampire, like he gets powers near the end.
Yeah, he gets OP.
So that does happen in a way, but he also the blood kind of infects him and he becomes a ghoul, which like kind of has no like real cognition, and he's basically running rampant. And then that's like chapter 30, and it's a huge plot point for the rest of the series. And I'm really sad that it got cut out because it's like it doesn't fit the way the anime ran. Like the anime is very lighthearted, but it kind of went a little bit deep or a little bit dark in the show or in the manga. All right, I also want to talk about something back to streaming. You know what the most embarrassing moment I've had as your mod?
Yeah, what is it?
So I multitask a lot with two modders, and there's a time I was on Reddit scrolling and I was on our manga, and someone posted some sauce, and I was like, oh, I'll come back to this. So I opened a Google Doc, I copied the hex code, and copy, paste, enter, and it didn't appear in my doc. And then it clicked. I looked at my other monitor, and I typed it in your Twitch chat. And I don't know if you remember this, but you started like, Robert, what is that? And I tell you know what it is. And I'm like switching to mod view immediately, trying to delete this thing. And when I deleted it, and when I deleted it, you started busting up laughing. I literally had to get off. I stopped. I turned off my computer. I just went to bed. I just felt so embarrassed.
You say that, and I do remember that moment. And I was like, "What did you just post in this?" I was like, "It is because it didn't make any sense.
Yeah,
any context.
Yeah, because like if it's in the middle of the day, I was like, "Oh, I'll come back to it later." I typed in your fucking Twitch chat. I was like, "Oh no, God on me."
You were just educating the community.
Yeah, educating. Watching Robert like flail around as a mod is honestly definitely a top 10 experience as a streamer.
I don't know shit. I don't know fucking commands.
A good amount of my mods actually don't know how to mod, which is pretty funny. Because I'll have that one mod who actually does know what they're doing, and then everyone just like, praise the Lord, someone has helped us.
Yep, literally, I'm so happy whenever I see like a quality mod, because I'm just like, I can just relax now. I cannot fumble. They do challenges, they do shout outs. I'm just watching. I just redeem my points that I'm farming.
There you go.
But since I want to ask you about some things on like streaming, because like I tried streaming, I can't do it. I don't have the energy for it. Like playing a game and like keeping the level of engagement for like hours, it's a lot tougher than I expected. I don't have energy for it. I like podcasts, short, concise, hour or two. But like one of the biggest things I see is like how do you think you really like developed your community, and like kind of what was your approach towards it?
Develop my community is kind of like, I don't know, I feel like a good amount of it was actually kind of luck. It was just kind of luck. I feel like that's a lot of like there is certain things you can do to make like your chances better, but a lot of it's just like you get lucky someone like clicks on your stream. But like it's just for me, a lot of my community comes from like meeting people. So I would usually go out and meet other people in other communities, and they would kind of like mutually like follow, and then they like, luckily for me, I'm pretty decent at Valorant, so people will follow and like to watch me, because like not everyone is like at like the top level. That sounds very pretentious, but like it's just like that's how it is. Like people like to watch like good people. So
that is true. They want some insight on how they can get better at the game.
Yeah, that is one thing I get. A big question is like, how do I get better at Valorant? But it's like a little more complex than people think. Like there's no like one trick fixes all, doctors hate them kind of type deal. It's just like it varies from person to person.
Doctors hate him. No, I can relate to that. Like I will say I haven't played Apex in like a month, maybe a month and a half. New season's coming out. They're bringing back Skulltown. So you ready to go back?
Did you see the changes to what was it? I think it's the Wingman and the Spitfire.
I'm keeping myself away from changes, because one of the things I like to do is on day one, I'll like read the patch notes and then kind of make predictions on like what's going to happen. Because normally I'm actually kind of right on some of these, even though like they can happen like midway through the season where people will just start picking up stuff, and like I called that. So I just record it and then like bring it back to it's like, hey, I was right. I'm just too gifted in the brain. Something along those lines.
Someone just told me that the Wingman is changing to sniper ammo.
I could see that. That would suck though, because that really gets rid of one of the best eco weapons, or I'll say eco, and because it's just like it does so much damage with needing so little ammo. It's It's a phenomenal weapon. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that season. Oh, also, for those of you who don't know, my bad figurine addiction. Thank you for the Nino figurine. It is off screen. It doesn't really fit anymore, but it's like right there.
Of course.
It's the first figurine I have. And
I'm glad I started your figurine collection.
Yep, it's the first one that came here was one that I didn't buy. I don't even know. What was it? Was it a birthday gift?
It was a birthday gift.
Okay,
it came very late because
that's wild.
It came. The gift I ordered for you came so late. It actually came early for your next birthday, so it kind of worked out in the end.
Yeah, I remember one of the things for your stream though is like you went to TikTok. I think the headquarters.
I did go to the TikTok headquarters in Culver City. Did a little drive over there, but it was pretty cool. I had a mutual connection help me out with like getting into this opportunity, and they kind of invited me to, I think they call it a round table. And so it was basically them. I went to the headquarters. They kind of like showed us around like the studio. So they have like giant like studios for like recording and like green screens and like the lounge. It's kind of cool. And they brought us into like a meeting room, and we kind of just like critiqued, because right now TikTok is trying to break into the streaming space right now. Like right now they're like just they've like revolutionized like content as in like short-term video. But now they're trying to get into the streaming space, because streaming is like a hot new thing around nowadays. So they want to break into that space, and they're competing with like Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. But
you didn't have to throw them in there. You could have just said Twitch and YouTube. You want to throw a mixer while you're at it?
But yeah, they were basically asking like content creators like ways to make their experience on streaming better, and I did that. We did that. It was like a whole like maybe like 2-hour process, and then they bought us dinner. This is the first time I've ever had like a company buy me dinner, so it was kind of nice. What was it? I had like we went to like this fancy Italian restaurant, and like, what was it, Italian? It was French. I don't remember. It was one of the two. I think it was French. And I got like I think it was a filet mignon, and then our table like ordered like I think like 10 appetizers. It was a lot. Like I think there was 2 orders of bread, 2 orders of fries, 2 orders of mussels, escargot. It was a whole lot. It was a whole lot. I would never like. I don't think I would ever see that much food ever in my life again.
Damn.
But yeah, that was pretty fun.
I'll be honest, ever since you said round table, I've just been thinking of pizza.
Jesus Christ.
Sounds good. No, but one of the things that's interesting is... Oh, sorry.
No, excuse me, haven't they closed? Haven't they been closed forever?
In our
That's
town,
what I was
they
going to
closed.
say. I was like, I swear round table closed.
I think there's still some. It has good pizza. It's just so fucking expensive. It's ridiculous. But one of the interesting thing is how popular Valorant is on TikTok. That's one of the things I've noticed. I feel like it has a big following on TikTok among games that I see.
Yeah, it's pretty new, so like a lot of people want to get into it, and it's a lot of people's like first FPS. So a lot of people are very invested into the game, and like it's like community can be nice. There's a lot of nice people I've met, and it's also kind of weird. But
there's a lot of weird people in Valorant.
There's a lot of weird, like, I've never seen, maybe I don't know, maybe this was like, at least in Valorant, e-dating. Have you guys heard of the e-dating culture?
I was actually gonna ask about that, like, because it was National Girlfriend Day recently, and a lot of people are dating. So I was like, Valorant might actually just be it might be the next dating site.
There's a whole meme going around like y'all should drop Tinder. The next new dating app is Valorant. It's like a lot of people. I think it's like just like a lot of children on that app. You know, hormones going around, and also it's like I would say like I feel like the community wise, like I feel like it's the first gaming community, maybe besides like Overwatch, which has like a strong population of like girl gamers.
Yeah, Overwatch did for sure.
I could think of like other than that, like just only other thing is like MMOs, like WoW or Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, but that's like MMOs are a completely separate one.
But yeah, like eating culture, a lot of, but then you get some of the cool people, and then you get some of the people who are very desperate and kind of weird. And
you get a lot of those.
Run into my fair share of weirdos on the community, but other than that, like it's kind of interesting. Like people, this is a lot of people's first FPS, and like so many people are very interested into this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will say there are definitely some weirdos, and then like one of the things I can think of especially is like if you have even a slightly feminine name, all chat. Are you a girl? Yeah, that's one of the things I see a lot. People are definitely treating it as the next gender for no reason.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it also leads into a lot of harassment, which I feel bad for a lot of my girlfriends. Not actually girlfriends, but girl space friends.
Yeah.
But like
no, it's harem of girlfriends.
A lot of them get harassed, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, like some people just want a game, and yeah, I've seen clips of people getting harassed. It fucking blows.
Yeah, but yeah, Val is very popular on TikTok, Twitter. It's like pretty nice. Actually, in my actual experience, like I am a content creator for Valorant. I actually don't watch that much Valorant content. I feel like I actually see so much of it that it's kind of refreshing to see like a different game, in my opinion.
Oh, what games do you follow?
Among Us.
Among Us. To be fair, in 2020, I was super into Among Us. It was a lot of like content creators collabing. I thought that's what was like really fun about it.
I don't like playing Among Us, but I like watching Among Us. Yeah, like I feel like watching the interaction is fun. When I'm playing the game, I'm a very competitive person. So when people start gaslighting me and I'm arguing, I get heated. So it's not the most fun experience, but watching other people like play and like seeing the interactions of like yeah, what Julian mentioned earlier, like collaborations and like stuff is like it's fun to watch.
To be fair, I had an undefeated imposter run when I was playing.
Oh. Undefeated.
Like the 3 times I played.
I was gonna say how many games.
It was surprising there was 3 though. I did win 3 times. I was like,
yeah.
All right.
My first experience with Among Us was playing on fucking hard mode basically, because I played with friends. I was the imposter, but they wanted to do Discord video or like video chat. So they asked me like, "Hey Robert, you kill him?" And I said no, and my voice didn't falter, but I'm fucking grinning, and they're like, "Why are you laughing? Why are you grinning?" And it breaks me completely, and I just got voted out, like never playing this fucking game again.
Was it only like you see him only during like meetings or like at all?
No,
like,
Discord. The Discord was open the whole time. Literally,
Damn.
Discord video chat was open the whole time. It was hard mode. I'm like,
that is hard mode. That is actually very hard. I would actually do the same thing. Like I could probably lie under my breath, but like my facial expression, like
that's real life. You laugh, you lose.
Yeah,
actually,
way too difficult for me.
I guess I can talk a little bit more about streaming since we mostly talked about like anime.
Yeah, we did talk about anime quite a bit,
but
a decent list, by the way.
Yeah, decent. Yeah, I went a little safe. I threw a little curveballs in there, but I think I went like it was like that's my top, honestly. But I guess for streaming, I've been streaming for like officially streaming, I would say I've been streaming for like at least 2 years. But I actually started like actually streaming probably like I'd say like in high school, like I think 2017. So like how long ago was that? Like 5 years ago? But, like back then I didn't have any viewers. It was like most of the reason I would stream was back then I played Counter-Strike and most of my friends like want to watch me, but like I think I'm not sure if Discord had screen sharing capabilities back then.
I'm not sure if it did either.
But like back then I would just stream on Twitch and my friends would watch me and I could like clip it. That was also a good way for me to clip things because I didn't have a clipping program. I don't think I had a good enough graphics card to clip on like NVIDIA or use Shadowplay. I don't think it even let me enable Shadowplay, but like I would stream back then and just stream to like just my friends, and it's kind of crazy. Like after a while, it's like, and now I get more than just my friends. This is like random people I met like across like the world. Like I think I know people from like Singapore, Thailand, like all around the world. It's kind of crazy.
I actually remember you live streaming when we met AX.
Did I live stream at AX?
You live streamed on Snapchat.
Did I? I actually don't remember this.
I remember meeting with you, and you did, because that was the day that, I went separate or solo, or was it Twitch? I forget.
Yeah, it was.
Might have been Twitch.
Does Snapchat have?
I was gonna say that's why I was thinking. I was like, wait, I'm a few shots in. I'm a little bit stupid.
Instagram, maybe Instagram has like a streaming thing?
It was not Instagram. I remember that. I could be wrong, but I believe it was either Twitch or Snapchat. But I don't remember. I don't think Snapchat has live streaming. I would lean towards Twitch. But
maybe I did.
Briefly met you on AX. How was AX, by the way? You only went for a day, right?
I went for the whole weekend.
You went for the weekend? Oh, you didn't go the whole 4 days. You went for the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, I went for the weekend, and it was fun. I liked it a lot. I was debating on going this year, but I was like, there's a lot of things going on about like, COVID restrictions and stuff, and also I don't have the money right now, but maybe next year. But actually, I enjoyed it a lot.
That vendor hall was sweaty. If that vendor hall was sweaty when we went, I can't even imagine how it was this time.
Yeah, I saw videos and it looks the most cramped I've ever seen it ever, and like on top of COVID. But
yeah,
I was like, oh my gosh,
Jesus.
But I would go again. I know you've had your gripes about going again.
No, I'd love to go again.
Really?
I'd love to go again. Yeah, it's
if
just
you lived in LA. Or
no, I love going to the event. I just know the bad qualities. I know damn well like what I have to watch out for. But it's a great time if you can afford it, and you can accept the bad parts. It's fun. I actually recently found my bookmark recently I got from the booth. Oh, maybe actually no, it doesn't have anything 18 plus.
Let's
talk about Shindo L. It's
that's not a good point.
This one.
It's not. Did you get it from the Faku booth?
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, it's on the back, right? Yeah.
Jesus.
I did not go to the Faku booth that one time we went, so maybe that's the next thing I need to do when I go back again.
I went there just for the bookmark because I remember seeing that they were selling it. So
it's a nice bookmark.
Yeah, it's nice. It's when I'm reading, feeling like an intellectual, I just bring out the bookmark. What, you got something to say, Julian?
No, man. We're all good.
But yeah, I actually don't remember. But honestly, that would be a good idea. Maybe if I do go again, I'd stream it. But yeah, it was like pretty fun. And then for streaming wise, I want to do more IRL streams. That's like a content I would like to do in the future. Right now, it's just gaming, but like I do like exploring, and then like being able to bring people along with me would be kind of neat.
Oh yeah. Well, we recently had the freaking community night of the Valo team, the 5 of us getting carried.
I did host my first community night. I actually had a lot of fun. I was actually pretty nervous about it, but I'm glad it turned out pretty well. And yeah, like honestly, I feel like people underestimate like how hard streaming is. Like Robert, you talked about it early in the podcast. Like streaming is hard. You had a lot of multitasking to do. But
yeah,
honestly, I actually think streaming is the easiest part of streaming. Everything I would say the hardest thing about being a streamer is everything outside of streaming. Being able to maintain socials, making content on outside of your streams, and like kind of like also as well networking and stuff. Like I would say those are probably the hardest parts of being a streamer.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know. I feel like both of you guys could be like streamers. I feel like streaming is like a very close thing to like podcast or radio casting. It's like you just like entertain throughout like the hour you do stream / do your podcast, and like it's a little harder because it's live streaming, so you can't really edit it. But live streaming is like kind of like doing podcasts. It's just like talk about random stuff, like things that you enjoy, and then they will find like a community that usually most people will like sometimes relate with you.
Yeah, no, I think it's like come down to preference on that end, where it's like, yeah, I think I like the edited kind of content more for me personally, because I don't talk a lot. Like the podcast kind of, it gasses me talking for like an hour or so. So there are times where it's just like I'm playing a game for like 4 or 5 hours, and like there's just like 10-minute breaks where it's just not. Also, it's, when I play single player games, I don't talk. Like I just am kind of engrossed in the story, and I don't really,
which isn't great for streaming sometimes.
Yeah, it's not great for streaming. And single player games, people aren't really looking so much as like, oh, he's unless I'm playing like a fighting game and I'm fucking doing some kind of Daigo parry, like I'm not performing, crazy well. It's there's a lot of, or everyone's kind of just there for single player games to see kind of what decisions you make, if there are branching decisions. So I think one of the things like I would stream again is like a short game, like Amori is one of the ones I want to stream, because I think some people, or Julian said like, oh, he'd want to see how I receive the game.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think I like edited content, which is like one of the things I want to do a bit more. I was actually thinking of doing something with manga, like recommendations, because I think one of the things that's like, I was thinking is actually when I watched the Trash Taste episode with Shindo L, where he's like, they're making a joke of where someone was thinking of art and he's just saying, oh, I'll do it myself, and then just start drawing some chapters. And I was trying to think of like, what's something I feel like I could do that really takes a lot of like who I am. And I think I'm like an encyclopedia of like music and like manga. So I was trying to see if I could figure out something along those lines, which I want to experiment on YouTube a bit. I do need to change my name though, because I think I have horrible naming sense.
I have been watching your YouTube videos. You've been actually making me really want to play Dead by Daylight again.
It's fun. Dead by Daylight's fun. Did you watch the cake episode?
I don't think I did.
Oh, that episode's ridiculous.
Do you do anything outside of like more content wise, Julian?
No. If you don't count what I do at work, which is actually kind of making content in a way, but it's a big like multimedia project. But not personally. It's something I do want to do though, for sure.
So something you might do in the future.
Yeah, I do like editing videos and stuff like that. I edit a little bit on the side, so it's fun.
All right. Well, I think that will about cover it for today. You want to close out, Julian?
Yeah, that was episode 63 of the Virtually Lost podcast. And thank you to our guest. I don't know if you want to plug your socials.
Yeah, I'm on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Kytoshi, Kytoshi. Yeah, follow me and hang out.
All right,
Learn from him.
All right, bye everybody.